What are the chances that Tinubu will win the next elections? What are the chances that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would win the next elections? Why is it that the North wants Tinubu out 2027? They are calling Tinubu a one-term president. We understand the politics Tinubu is playing, North and South, North and South. How Tinubu is giving Middle Belt, North Central prominence. The Middle Belt have said that they are not part of the Arewa structure. And this is a handiwork of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How Tinubu has destroyed the opposition parties that many senators are leaving. Even today, 3 senators, NNPP, PDP, yes, NNPP and PDP, they left their parties. In Osun State, the PDP senator left his party for the APC. Did not know the kind of politics Tinubu is playing and the reasons why there's so much hatred, making the North irrelevant in the scheme of things. So I want to read this piece out. We know that North helped Tinubu in a certain way to get to this post as president. When there were so many calculations against Tinubu, El-Rufai rose up and said we must support Tinubu. It is the turn of Southern Nigeria. When North wanted to play those their old politics, they wanted to field Ahmed Lawan. We saw the support, the physical and spiritual support from Buhari, the president, for Ahmed Lawan. When they wanted to scheme Tinubu out of things, Northern governors came together, El-Rufai came together, and they said, we want Tinubu to be president. But all of a sudden, within 2 years, they are regretting their decision of making Tinubu president by hook or by crook. Because we know very well that the elections conducted 2023, there's so much questions that has yet been answered. Look at what happened in JAM. There was a glitch, the receipt exam. Mind you, on the 16th of Friday, 16th, some students will be rewriting. There will be a receipt of JAM exams. 16th, Friday. JAM, those students affected will receive the exams. But there were glitches in INEC. There was no apologies, no nothing. A Northerner was in power. A Northerner was INEC chairman. Northerners did all they could. However, by hook or by crook, and supported a Muslim ticket, not necessarily Tinubu, a Muslim ticket, and Tinubu emerged as the president. Now, with all the things that is going on today, now there's so much animosity. The hatred for each other has just increased to another level. The atmosphere is toxic. Now, people are detesting the APC. See, let me tell you, we know the APC are going to use their structure of criminality to win elections. We understand. We know that. We know that if you are setting a precedent, it will not favor you all the time. There will be a time that you will be at the receiving end. So, let's continue with the structure of criminality, of trying to use federal power, political power, to subjugate and subdue the will of the people. You know, I've said this before, that Tinubu trying to bring southern structures together, unite Southern Nigeria. He is aiming for the leaders and making the leaders join the APC so that there will be one block. Whether they are going to write results and give them or to announce during the election, I don't know. But we know that the APC is ready. But most Nigerians are beginning to see that the kind of administration we have today is anti-people. But that one is aside. Why is it that the North desperately doesn't want Tinubu to return as president? Second time, mind you, many people have been threatening that they are going to man their polling units. Nobody's going to rig for the APC. That is to say, they know that usually they rig elections, but now they want to repent because of a Tinubu, a Southern president. Nobody's going to rig for the APC, so they are going to defend their votes. During P2B, most of them did not defend their votes. P2B against a Muslim ticket. Now it is a Southern president that is not doing their bidding, that is making them look irrelevant, because Northern Nigeria, they are so irrelevant under this administration, and it pains them the more. Okay, somebody says Nigeria is won not because of the Fulani, but because of the Yoruba people. Nigeria is won not because of the Fulani, not because the Fulani wants to collaborate with imperialists, with external powers, to make sure that they sabotage the effort of a restructured Nigeria, not because of the Fulani are collaborating with Britain and other people to keep Nigeria won by force. He says, but because of the Yoruba people, they are the ones giving the Fulani backing to keep the unholy union going, and denying him such a position will spell doom. So Peter Obi was rigged out for Jagaban to come in. Once he was in, he cemented power using the judiciary. So the Yorubas are the ones keeping Nigeria together today, because they are Inyendeba. They are standing in the middle, they are lying right, and lying left. They are two sides. Yes, they are having this affiliation with the north, and they are having some kind of affiliation with the southern part of Nigeria. Not necessarily the southeasterners, but south. So the Fulanis are the reason, the Yorubas are the reasons why we are here and where we are today. That's why I have been calling on President. Somebody will tell me that President Tinubu will not restructure Nigeria. Let's wait and see what happens. If he doesn't restructure Nigeria, then we know what to do next. You understand? Like I said before, all this bigotry, all this hatred, all this thing that is happening in the country today, you are radicalizing people in another guise. You are radicalizing people. Restructuring Nigeria is the main thing, so that we don't have to kill ourselves or fight a civil war before we believe that we restructure Nigeria. There are ways you can restructure Nigeria using power as a president and in control of the Senate, the judiciary, the police, arms of government. Tinubu is emphatically in control. He can use that influence to restructure Nigeria. We have been making this call ever since. So it is the Yorubas that is making Nigeria one, because they have not yet picked a side fully. Let's tell ourselves the truth. They have not yet picked a side. The Igbos are on standby. The Fulani are clear with their intentions. We don't really know the intentions of the Southwest. I would tell you that they want to use Nigeria to their own benefit, and probably in the nearest future they dump Nigeria. I believe that if Nigeria does not favor the Yoruba man might be calling for a Yoruba nation. I believe so. But if Nigeria does not favor the Hausa man will never call for division of Nigeria. The Fulani man will never call for division of Nigeria. If Nigeria doesn't favor an Igbo man is already on standby, waiting for the green light, wherever the green light is going to come from. The cooperation of other southern neighbors, or somehow an external influence happens. They know the stand of the Southeast. That's why some people will say that they are very afraid to give an Igbo man power as president, because he might have access to so many things that may help him divide Nigeria. I tell you, both the Yorubas, when I talk about Yorubas, I talk about the politicians, political class. We are talking politics now. We are talking politics, the political class. The political class do not want division of Nigeria. They don't want the Igbos to go, because they know that this unholy union, they are taking advantage of it to enrich themselves, to build themselves and build a certain region, and that region they share between north and south. And maybe it is the Fulani and the Yorubas that will be sharing power today. But after Tunu, there will be a sudden change, whether the Southwesterners will also be having a shot at it. I'm telling you, after Tinubu, that's why Tinubu has to restructure. See, Tinubu don't shit for church. He has taken a step that the Fulani will never forget. Yes. Now, most of these Northerners, they are poor, they are jobless, they are illiterate. Most of them get free money from government. But under a Tinubu regime, no free money. Yes, no free money. There's no... Most of their people are positioned in power, and they have access to so many things and so many government intervention and what have you. You see, the North, they are so large. When they are getting married, they born 20, 30, 40 that they cannot take off. Most of them will start roaming the streets and becoming nuisance, almajiris. So it is because of their people positioned in power, having access to the treasury. That's how the North survive in Nigeria. If the North does not have access to Nigeria's treasury, it will be hard for them to survive. So a Southerner is there, and they are supporting him because they believe that Tinubu will carry us along. Muslims ticket. Look at Shetima. He's going to make sure that we are well represented. Northerners will be well represented. They thought that Muslim ticket will give them that aim of theirs. Look at Shetima carefully. How Tinubu carry VP house, carry and go far. Shetima in office they far, very far place. Disconnect Shetima from the scheme of things, and now Shetima is nowhere to be found. You know politicians, they get mouth, they get bad mouth. Shetima call Osibajo ice cream seller. Now what in Shetima can be now ghost worker he be now? Of course, Shetima na ghost worker. So Tinubu, people thought that Shetima is. See, people think that these northerners are tough. They are not tough. Forget. Look at former Edo governor Obaseki. If nothing happens, heaven will fall, heaven will burn. And on election day, then he sleep outside. APC dey inside, they run their things. He sleep outside. It was alarm. They just raise alarm. APC run their perfect with all the mouth. Don't mind all these northern politicians. We will remember. If they don't have power, they are not, nothing. They are as clueless as they are. Their politicians are as greedy. They are not even for the people in the first place. Don't think that these northern politicians are fighting. They are fighting for their own pecuniary interest. That's why they created an oligarchy system whereby few will benefit while the rest are used as paupers. During the time of Buhari, haram, protest is haram. They use that one to hold down their people. While Buhari appoint them and put them in power. There was a video of a lawmaker kissing in his office at the assembly, our national complex, a northerner. And these are people that bring in Sharia from left, right, center and tell you to do this and do that. So the North has created an oligarchic system to control their people. Now the same oligarchy, they are not having access to power. If Tinubu has the balls, this insecurity of a thing, he should sack the Minister of State. If you don't sack them, it will persist. Unless the government is afraid. There are some things they are afraid of. But I've seen Tinubu make sure these northerners look useless when it comes to bragging, bragado, and what have you. It's only when they have power you see they do all sorts. But now the North is just, see, nobody is coming out to say something constructive in the North. This jam issue, Igbos and the Southeast and the Southwest are hitting themselves. The North just keep quiet. They don't talk anything because what are they going to talk? They are lost in the scheme of things. The North has been surviving on free money for many years. The North has always been in charge of the central bank, NNPC, and other strategic positions. If they miss any of these positions, they will at least control power in the center. During Jonathan's era, there was Sanusi in the central bank who continued to share money at will. According to this statement, this was why almost every individual in the North is paid a salary in his or her local government area. This sustains them much. Again, they have balkanized local government areas. It is nothing compared to what we have in the East. And Tinubu is coming with this census of a thing, my brother. Census, you go hit northern people bad though. That's why in Kano State you have over 900,000 people who register for NIN. They know that census is coming and NIN will be a means to determine the population. They are going to use tech to determine the population of a people. And the reason is why you must have your local government. In the local government, your population determines your local government. The number of people can delineate them into different local government. So a certain state will quote, we are 20 billion and will give them 20 billion local government. So that census of a thing is something that is used to control the North. The North are free. That's why a whole Kano State, he registered NIN over almost a million. You know how many local government? A million. You know how many local government? Local government attract this thing from the center, attracts money, allocation. Yes, that's what it is. It is what it is. So the reason why not want Tinubu out, and somebody that, see, they don't trust Tinubu anymore. Forget Politicians aligning and realigning. They are not doing it from their real self. They are doing it for survival. Just one state, IG of police, from IG of police, in the contest, NNPC, where get issue now, in the contest for governor of a state. You finish NNPC, the next thing has to be governor. So these guys are hustling big time. And Tinubu may not be giving them that chance, opportunity. It is Yorubanization era. Everybody, Yoruba here, Yoruba there, Yoruba left, Yoruba center. Yoruba will enter into the Yorubanization. A certain person will enter into an organization. You look at sensitive positions. No. We need to put our people in this sensitive position. Look for a way to is that retire or sack or whatever. Look for something to nail that person in that sensitive position and put somebody else there. Look at CBN, over 1,000 people. Somebody told me that if Tunu wants to restructure Nigeria, I should take Aso Rock to Bodilon, to Lagos State. Then he will do things that nobody will challenge him. So far he's in Aso Rock, many things can happen. That person told me. So what Tinubu is doing is not pleasing to the North. Now, I want to get your take. Do you think that the North can successfully oust Tinubu from office 2027? I don't think so. Let me get your take. I would never ever think so. The North cannot oust Tinubu from office because they are equally corrupt, they will equally collect money, and they will follow the tide. They are willing to manage. They are politicians, northern politicians, are willing to manage for 8 years, except there's a different something comes up next year. It is next year we will know whether the North, the amount they are making, or is it Erufai and Co. Because the North is divided. Without the middle belt, the North looks useless. So that one, that middle belt of the thing, I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will focus on that middle belt and make sure that the middle belt is separated holistically. Just that Tinubu is failing in area of insecurity. If not, the forest guards. Tinubu inaugurated forest guards. I hope that will help. But we already have forest guards before. I hope that will help. State police is the get-go. I'm telling you, state police, let the middle belt have their own indigenous police. Then all this issue about insecurity, the Fulani will be handicapped, incapacitated. These Fulani terrorists going from bush to bush will be incapacitated, as simple as that. So, no free money for the North. These guys, he said a lot of things. Now, today, no free money to share, only to the North, and Nigeria can't afford to share money to the regions anymore. Free money, no free money. This has been paining the North. Even federal revenue collection is also in the hands of Yoruba. As soon INEC will also be changed. INEC will be taken. It will be terrible for the North to finish these 4 years under Tinubu. Not to mention another 4 years under Tinubu. This is the anger of the North. The worst is that millions of northern Nigerians are now joining terrorist groups where they can be paid or bandits where they can kidnap people for ransom. Now the real deal here is that the opportunities for the Yoruba people to escape whatever the Fulani are going to bring to whoever and whatever. My brother, Tinubu to restructure this country. See, we are close to this. No distractions yet. We know that there is bigotry, there is hatred amongst themselves. That's why we need restructuring. Despite the hatred and bigotry and what have you, that is why we need restructuring. Restructuring is needed. That's what I'm calling. Despite the fact that my people are the receiving end in different ways, although other tribes have their own, but the Igbos are special. We are calling for restructuring. I'm telling you. And the people that are renewing or carrying out bigotry, whether you're outside Yoruba or Igbo, continue in your bigotry. If you like, stop. If you like, don't stop. But you know that whatever, all things work together for good to those that want Nigeria to go back to its normal state of regionalism. The Constitution, I know there's a place for constitutional amendment. I don't know why I still believe and I want Tinubu to restructure. I don't know. I don't know. Because he's the only one there, is the president there. The only thing he can do is to call for that restructuring. Whether he can do it or not, let's see in the first 4 years. We'll see what he can bring to the table. If he doesn't do that, that is his loss, my brother. We, the Igbos, we are on standby. We are ready to take anything because we know there's a day of reckoning. There's always a day of reckoning. There's always a day of reckoning. What the Igbos are going through in Nigeria, no other tribe have gone through it. I'm not saying other tribes are not marginalized in their own way, but what the Igbos are going through in Nigeria, no other tribe has gone through it. From civil war till now, from the pogrom till now, no other tribe has gone through it. You can have your own opinion on that, but I'm telling you the truth. But better still, we still ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to restructure Nigeria because that is the ideal thing to do. Anything other than that, my brother, we are chasing shadows. One day Fulani can declare state of emergency in a southern state and follow the footsteps of a Bola Ahmed Tinubu who did all he can to make sure that he isolates power from northern Nigeria and give it his king's bed. They can step into his shoes like he stepped into Buhari's shoe. The nepotism of Buhari called the land for where Tinubu did. It's okay, it's fine. But Baba, please, restructure Nigeria. That is the best thing that can ever happen. The Southwest have all it takes to survive. The Southeast has all it takes to survive. Even northern Nigeria has all it takes to survive. Why coming together when we know that we don't like ourselves? May God help Nigeria.